Hi everybody, and welcome back to Lost Genre Reddit Stories. I would think everybody has something in their past that can haunt them. Some have horrible life experiences that they just can't share with everybody because of how big they are. Now, when you enter a relationship, if you have this kind of past, when do you think would be the best moment to share it with your new partner? Right at the beginning? You wait a little bit? Or just when you're ready? This one's from user Cute Counterculture. I, 24 female, haven't told my boyfriend about, 30 male, some slightly big things. Now, I've waited too long and don't think I can. I feel so guilty because I feel like our entire relationship is a lie. And if he ever finds out about these things, he's going to hate me for hiding it or at least not look at me the same. Worst case is, he pities me. We've been together almost a year now, planning to move across the country together, talking about marriage, kids, the works. But I haven't told him a few things about my past and self, and it's holding me back, which holds us back. I haven't told him that. 1. I was abused as a child by my grandfather. My boyfriend doesn't understand why he hasn't met anyone in my family, and it's just because I hate them and don't want them around. I'm no contact with everyone except 2 people. 2. I had a younger sister who passed away from cancer. My boyfriend also lost his mother to cancer. Sometimes he gets really sad and explains to me what losing someone to cancer is like, and I want so badly to tell him, hey, I get it, let's cry together. But losing her tore me apart in so many ways that I can't talk about her at all anymore. 3. I have 3 previous arrests. 2 while I was a minor, 1 as an adult. All for either trespassing or misdemeanor larceny. I was homeless but had a job and was stealing food and sleeping inside of stores after close and got caught. All of my money was going towards tuition, so I opted for stealing like an idiot. I'm afraid this is going to bite me in the butt and hold me back career-wise. 4. I have little to no intimate history. He's very experienced and has been with 50 to 80 people. He doesn't know, lol, which I don't really mind. But I'm pretty sure he would be annoyed that I haven't told him my first boyfriend put it in for about 10 seconds, climaxed, and I was so disappointed I didn't sleep with anyone again until my current boyfriend. When I told him he was the first person I've ever given head to, he all out refused to even believe me. Because of all of this, I can't manage to tell him that I love him. 3 little words, and I can't even physically say them because I feel so guilty about being dishonest with him. I know if I tell him I love him, he will say it back, because he means it. But can he really mean it if he doesn't know these things about me? He's made it obvious that he knows I'm hiding something, but he thinks I'm cheating. Huh? Which I'm not even capable of, or would consider for a second. I can't stand that my inability to open up to the person I love the most in the entire world might be what makes me lose them. Help me, please. OP, I am so sorry that you have gone through all of that and that you feel stuck in telling your boyfriend about it. But before I ramble on with my commentary, let's go through the top 3 pieces of advice that she got from the community and then I'll continue. Air Aqua says, look, this isn't really about you lying. It's about you seemingly not being comfortable enough yet to share things from your past with your boyfriend. To be honest, I wouldn't consider moving across the country with someone, get married, or have kids with someone if there wasn't a good foundation of trust. Quote, can't stand that my inability to open up to the person I love the most in the entire world might be what makes me lose them. Help me, please. End quote. Are you in therapy? It might help you to figure out how to talk about the basics of what you just said here. Keep in mind, if your boyfriend walks, he wasn't the right guy for you. OP responds, I trust him with my life, honestly. It's just that I know these things about me are things he should be aware of, or at least so that he doesn't ever find out from other people. But they're also things I would prefer to leave in the past, and bringing them up makes me feel as though I'm going through all of it again. Mini Zookeeper says, it's really not too late to share these things. And your relationship is not a lie because you chose not to proactively reveal very personal, very painful incidents from your past early in the relationship, or because you didn't tell him about your limited and crappy intimate history. Unless you've outright lied about it, you're very much in the clear. If you're ready to share some or all of these things, share them. Start wherever you can. If he's the right person for you, he'll be understanding about why these revelations took as long as they did, and will be supportive of you. If he reacts poorly to this new information, or to you opening up, he's not a good person for you. Good luck. OP responds, "Thank you. In the beginning, I wasn't sure. Actually didn't think it was going to happen at all. We were going to end up being in a serious committed relationship. I haven't denied or outright lied about them. It's more like he's opened up to extremely similar things happening in his life, but for some reason I focused only on comforting him and telling him all the things I wish someone had told me, and never said, 'Hey, I went through that too.' He was abused by a friend's older sister. He lost his mother to cancer, and he caught a felony charge and had to spend a couple days in jail. He also got caught stealing for money at a younger age, but he didn't get charged. Literally, his life has been a parallel, so I don't understand why I can't just share with him. He knows I've been arrested, just not for what. He only asked if it was felonies. I told him no, and he said okay, don't worry about it. He knows I have issues with my family, just not exactly why." Maz Dunk says, "Sit him down and have him read your post. It's well written and would probably explain better than you could explain yourself, as your nervousness may hinder what you try to say. I felt quite emotional reading your message, and I'm quite sure your boyfriend would be too." OP's edit. In our culture, it's pretty common to meet someone's family within the first 3 months, and then marry within the next 2 years. So for him, it's probably feeling like at this point, I don't want to be with him. I can understand why. I don't think he'll leave me for telling him these things. I'm more scared of what I will do once he knows. I have a bad habit of self-sabotaging good things once I feel weak or vulnerable. So my horrible logic is that if I don't tell him, I don't have to be vulnerable? I'm not sure that makes sense. Therapy isn't an option right now. I can't do it anymore. Not working, as I had 2 very bad experiences with a therapist. First one insinuated I enjoyed my childhood assault. The second one married my narcissistic dad. And online therapy hasn't been useful for me. I do plan to take another shot at it after moving to a more diverse area though. Plus, I caught the bug 2 times, and I'm strictly staying at home right now. OP, I agree with most of the commenters. I think when it comes to these kinds of things, that you can share them once you're ready. The fact that he was ready before you doesn't mean you're doing something wrong or that you're lying to him at all. It's a personal thing. Now, I would think that because you're able to share this by post so that other people can read it, maybe means that you are ready to share it with your boyfriend. If he loves you as much as you love him, or if he loves you as much as you think he does, then he should not have a problem. He should comfort you, accept you, and move forward with you. Honestly, the fact that he's had a similar background to yours, I would think would make him even the better person to actually understand what you've gone through and why it's taking you this long to open up. But there's no harm here. But of course, as I usually say, that's just my opinion. What do you guys think? Do you think OP should just go ahead and tell him everything at once? Do you think she should wait a little bit longer? Do you think the boyfriend will accept it? Well, while we think about that, let's continue with the update to see what happened. First, thank you everyone for your advice. I did not think at all that so many people would see that post. I was upset and emotional and feeling extremely lost. And after reading many of the responses, I felt more grounded than I have in a while. After the post was locked, I spent about a day debating and crying and writing letters that all ended up in the trash. As hard as I tried, I'm just not a open this later kind of person, even in grim moments. I specifically want to thank a user named Jason, who deleted their profile before I had a chance to really reply. Your message shook me to the core while also making me laugh through tears, and I am eternally grateful. I told them that I needed to do a traumatic unpacking, what we call it when we need to emotion dump, lol. And we got wine and ordered takeout. I blurted out the gist of it. Childhood assault, abusive family, sister's death, specifications of my criminal record. And he just stared at me. He wasn't really surprised, because apparently when I comforted him as he told me about his experiences, I was too good at handling it, so he had already figured I could relate. He just didn't understand the extent. Many people asked why this made me so uncomfortable, because if I trusted him with my life, why couldn't I trust him not to leave? The answer to that is because he has genuinely good parents. I don't. His parents loved him to the core, and my parents always treated me like a major inconvenience. Since he hasn't met my family, he didn't understand how deep my distrust and dislike with my family was, and he would continuously make comments like, "Be good to your mom," and "Maybe you should go see your family," and "You only get one set of parents," which made me feel invalidated to the point I didn't think he would understand what having a bad family is like. He wasn't upset at all. I don't often ask for help, even if it's as simple as having him hand me the remote. He says I'm independent to the most extreme, but we cried happy tears together. I realized my trauma is my trauma, and if I don't want to tell anyone, I don't have to, even if they went through similar things. And I don't have to feel guilty about it. I can only talk about things once I'm ready, and just because he was ready sooner doesn't make me a bad person. He still can't wrap his head around my consensual, intimate history for some reason. He says it's a guy thing, but at least he doesn't think I'm possibly cheating anymore. He wishes I would have said something sooner, but understands why I didn't. He's the first person I've ever told everything to, and I think I'll be telling my best friend next. She's been my best friend for about 10 to 15 years, and while she's heard rumors, she has no idea of what actually happened. I'm tired of keeping everything and everyone I love at arm's length. I guess I've always been battling with whether I deserved love and acceptance or not, or if the things that happened made me a bit too damaged. And if I was damaged and let it show, it would possibly damage other people. But I think everything's good, which is not a familiar feeling, but it's nice. I like it. So thank you Reddit and r/relationships advice. The cycle of emotional self-harm and self-sabotaging is done for good. Edit. I do still plan to go to therapy once I move. I read the average person has to try 4 to 8 therapists before finding the one, so I feel a little bit better now. Well OP, congratulations on opening up to your boyfriend and the fantastic reaction that he had. It is fantastic that you've realized that you only share things you want and when you're ready, and that this self-sabotaging cycle that you had is gone as you say it is. Hopefully in your new city you will find a therapist that can properly help you, as the other 2 that you had in the past definitely didn't do a good job. The one that said that you enjoyed your abuse, well, that's just stupid. And the other one that married your dad? That's unprofessional to say the least. In any case, what matters is that you're okay and you guys are moving forward together. All the best, OP. And so we've reached the end of the video. I truly hope you guys liked it. If you did, go ahead and click like. Of course, don't forget to subscribe and click that bell icon so you get notified every time I upload a new video. Also, here are more videos from my channel that you might enjoy. And having said all that, I will see you guys on the next video.